See, today we have to start here the compounds of sulfur. Compounds of sulfur. See, here our second element in group number 16. First is the oxygen. Then that oxygen having two compounds, that dioxygen and ozone, that will be the drop. See here we have to study here today the compounds of sulfur. That first compound we have to study here, the sulfur dioxide. Then sulfur dioxide, how it will be prepared? How it will be prepared? That preparation of sulfur dioxide. That sulfur dioxide, it will be prepared from the sulfur. That burning of sulfur in presence of air. In presence of air. That burning of sulfur in presence of air, it forms the sulfur dioxide. Simple preparation. By burning of sulfur in presence of air. Then second, from sulfide. First is sulfur, in burning of sulfur in presence of air, it forms the sulfur dioxide. Then second forms sulfide. Here we have to take here the sodium sulfide in presence of H2SO4, it forms the sodium sulfate. Then that H2O, and here H2O, it will be formed that SO2, means our product, means here sodium sulfate it will be formed. Then here one oxygen, it will be formed H2O, and then SO2 it will be prepared. Means from the sulfide it will be prepared the sulfur dioxide. Then the third is the sulfides. Third is the sulfide. Sulfide means here zinc blende or iron pyrite. That will be the over. In presence of oxygen, that will be formed here the zinc oxide. It forms the zinc oxide, and here sulfur dioxide it will be formed. Means here from the sulfides, that sulfur dioxide it will be prepared. Among zinc sulfide acid, zinc blende, iron sulfide ion, it will be prepared from iron oxide. Then SO2 it will be prepared. Means here also that preparation of sulfur dioxide. Means from sulfur, that burning up in presence of air, sulfur dioxide it forms. In sulfide, that sodium sulfate in presence of H2SO4, it forms the SO2. Then from sulfides, that zinc sulfide acid, iron sulfide acid, in presence of oxygen, that will be forms the respective metal oxides and sulfur dioxide it will be prepared. Means preparation of sulfur dioxide. Then physical properties of sulfur dioxide. Then that physical property first, that sulfur dioxide is colorless gas. Their smell is the pungent smell. Pungent smell, that colorless gas, that they will be poisonous in nature. Sulfur dioxide is a poisonous in nature. Then third property, it will be soluble, highly soluble in water. Then another one property here, here that is that colorless gas, pungent smell, poisonous in nature. They are highly soluble in water. Then the one more property, it will be it liquefies at room temperature. Liquefies at room temperature. Means this is the physical properties of sulfur dioxide. They are colorless gas. They have pungent smell, poisonous in nature. They are highly soluble in water. They liquefy at room temperature. Means this will be the physical properties of sulfur dioxide. Then chemical property we have to study here. Chemical property. First we have to study in a halogen that reaction with chlorine. That sulfur dioxide, it will be reacted with chlorine, it forms that sulfuryl chloride it will be formed. Sulfuryl chloride. Then that sulfur dioxide it will be reacted with that oxygen. Then it will be formed the trioxide. Sulfur trioxide it will be formed. The trioxide in presence of vanadium pentoxide catalyst, and that will be preparation of H2SO4. In next compound we have to study that reaction also. That vanadium pentoxide complex it will be. That catalyst it will be used, means SO2 converted into SO3. Then NaOH, chemical reaction with NaOH. That NaOH it will be forms the sodium sulfide. It forms the sodium sulfide. Means SO2 in presence of NaOH it forms the sodium sulfide. And that reaction with sodium sulfide in presence of water, that SO2 it forms the sodium hydrogen sulfide. It forms the sodium hydrogen sulfide. Means in preparation of sodium hydrogen sulfide, that SO2 it will be used. Or also the chemical property of in reaction with sodium sulfide, H2 and SO2 it forms the sodium hydrogen sulfide. Then the it will be the reducing agent, that will be reducing agent. that Fe in moisture condition, that Fe3 plus converted into Fe2 plus. Fe3 plus converted into Fe2 plus means that ferric converted into ferrous. Ferric converted into ferrous. That will be the reducing property of that sulfur dioxide. Then again, one of the more reducing property for test for SO2. We have taken here the test for SO2, that decolorization test. Decolorization test for cheminophore, potassium permanganate in presence of SO2, that will be the color of solution, that will be decolorization reaction. It will be the reducing property of sulfur dioxide. Means that will be the chemical properties. Reaction with chlorine, sulfur chloride form. Reaction with oxygen, dioxide converted into trioxide. Vanadium pentoxide catalyst वापरला तो NaOH. It will be formed the sodium sulfide. When sodium sulfide again it will be sodium hydrogen sulfide. It will be formed. Then reducing property of that ferric converted into ferrous. Now cheminophore, that potassium permanganate decolorization test, it will be carried out by the SO2. Means that will be the chemical property. Then we have to study the structure of SO2. See, structure of SO2 simple. That will be structure. In that D pi P pi bonding it will be observed, because the D and P orbital it will be involved. That sulfur they having lone pair. Oxygen double bonded, or in that way another way it will be explained here, the sulfur double bonded, double bond oxygen here, oxygen that electron it will be right here in that way also. Means here the structure of sulfur dioxide, here actually that will be the correct structure here, and that D pi and P pi bonding it will be observed in the sulfur, that having the lone pair it will be observed. Means the structure of sulfur dioxide we have to write in that way. Then the uses of sulfur dioxide. Uses of sulfur dioxide. Where it will be used. See here in chemical reaction, one of the use of sulfur dioxide, that trioxide converted into, that dioxide converted into trioxide means preparation, and that will be used in a H2SO4 preparation. See, we have to study here the uses of sulfur dioxide. Then first use of sulfur dioxide, it will be the refining of petroleum. Refining process. Refining process of petroleum or iron sugar. Then bleaching of wool and silk. Second, bleaching. Bleaching action. That bleaching of wool and silk. Then third, anti-chlor or disinfectant. Disinfectant use केला है. And in preservative. Fourth is a preservative. Preservative it will be used. Means uses of here sulfur dioxide in refining of petroleum and sugars. Then bleaching of wool and silk. Disinfectant it will be used as a disinfectant in anti-chlor. Then in preservative, also in manufacture of here H2SO4. H2SO4 or sodium hydrogen sulfide. In manufacture of sodium hydrogen sulfide. You see in that manufacturing process that sulfur dioxide it will be used. Means that will be the uses of sulfur dioxide in refining of petroleum or sugar, that bleaching action in wool, then the disinfectant, that anti-chlor here, it will be used as a preservative, and that in preparation of H2SO4 or sodium hydrogen sulfide preparation, that sulfur dioxide it will be used. Means here we have to study here the preparation of sulfur, then their physical properties, then their chemical properties, and the structure and the uses of sulfur dioxide. Today we have to stop here.